So for us, we had a lot of lessons learned along the way at Zappos, using happiness as a business model. And so I'll share 6 of them that we basically was able to learn from and adapt in a new way. Number 1 lesson learned, commitment. Because we now know what culture isn't. Culture is not having free Red Bull in the fridge. It's not having a ping pong table in the rec room. It's so much more dynamic and complex than that. Every single person walking through your doors and every single employee walking out changes the dynamic of that culture. So the number 1 question is, how committed are we to this idea of a values-driven organization, even when things are tough, as is exemplified in that earlier chart about outperforming the S&P 500. How committed are we? Number 2 is defining your core values. And if you already have core values, what we say is revisit them. So many companies out there say, hey, these are values, but when you look beneath the cover, are they actually living out by them? Most of the time, it's not the case. So what we help clients do is actually understand their values. If they don't have them, help them create them. If they have them, we refine them, and we actually develop behaviors. So specific behaviors that you can actually measure your employees by so that they're actually living by the values and that culture that you as a company created. And one of the simple questions we ask all our clients is, number 1, what are your own personal core values? And then on the other end, what are your company's core values? And when you put them up together, do they align? And if they don't, there's a fundamental problem there. But if they do, how can you incorporate it in your life better so that you're not just living by your company's core values, you're living by your own values because that's your belief system. So these are delivering happiness core values, and I'll just name one of them. Number 9 says, be like MacGyver and Bruce Lee. So be like MacGyver, do more with less, be creative, and be like Bruce Lee, fluid like water. And the reason why I mention this value is because I'm pretty sure no other company in the world has this value, and I'm pretty sure no employee of DH will ever forget it. And so the point being, if you can create your values so that they're true to your specific DNA, your own culture, they'll be that much more memorable and sticky for your employees to be living by. We all hear like lofty words like integrity as a value, but now that we look in hindsight, Enron had integrity as one of their values. So the big question is, what are your values and how are you living it and how are you making it authentic to you? Number 3 is commitment to transparency. And I guess the slide is committed to transparency because you can't read that, but that's what it says. It just means to be real, be yourself. And this can happen on a couple levels. The corporate level, to be truthful about what's happening, the good stuff and the bad stuff. And it can happen on the employee level. And what this means is that we encourage not just work-life balance, we actually encourage work-life integration. Because if you think about it, we spend most of our waking hours at work. So why does it have to be 2 separate entities when it should be one and the same? Because in the end, it's just life. So how we encourage this in our workplace environments is that we say, bring your passions to work. So if your employees are bringing their passions, you'll have someone, let's say, in customer service that loves gardening or camping or kite surfing, whatever that might be. And then you'll have someone else in legal or IT that loves the same thing. And then you encourage these water cooler conversations. And you'll hear someone say, oh, you know, I'm going camping this weekend with my family. And someone will be saying, oh, no way, I'd love to do that as well. I'll bring my family too. And so what happens is that they have this meaningful engagement and experience outside of work. But more interestingly, they bring that back come Monday so that they're more communicative with each other. They're more real. They're more authentic because they're actually friends, not just coworkers.